Do you drink when you are sleeping? Do you drink in your deep moment of contentment? Do you feel like smoking when you are utterly peaceful? I'm not talking of mere absence of activity. I'm talking of peace. I'm not saying that you are peaceful when there is nothing to do. When there is nothing to do, then you'll be bored, not peaceful. And when you'll be bored, then you'll feel like smoking. Do you feel like smoking when you are peaceful? Is smoking the problem? Can you quit smoking as long as you continue to be what you are? Restive, peaceless, excited, turbulent? But nobody ever comes to me to ask how to change life. People come and ask how to quit drinking, how to quit smoking, how to give up on drugs. Do drugs come and insert themselves in your mouth? Does the cigarette unwrap the pack, rise itself and comes to kiss your lips? Or do you go and buy the cigarette? The cigarette does not buy itself. Who is the buyer of the cigarette? Why not talk about him? It's not smoking that you want to quit. You want to quit that mental state that necessitates smoking. And if that mental state keeps coming, you will continue to smoke. But we'll never talk about that mental state because that mental state is related to I and our entire lifestyle. So when work gives you a feeling of strain, then you want to celebrate the passing away of that strain by saying, okay, now this is a symbol of my freedom. Work was bothering me till 4 and I have been able to leave it behind now. This is a symbol of my victory.
Just for 5 minutes.
Had you really loved your work, would you have wanted celebrating the closure of work? When you love something, do you want to celebrate its demise? So when you take up work that you really do not want to do, then obviously when the work is over, you will celebrate. Thank God, it's gone, finished. All the addictions are nothing but the tendency of the mind to jump to the opposite state of where it is right now. You keep the mind bored, it wants excitement. It wants parties. You keep the mind suppressed, it wants to drink and then act like a free man. The mind knows that it is suffering in one condition, but it is not intelligent enough to know that the opposite condition is no better. And even if it does know theoretically, it cannot help it because the mind lives in dualities. So if I do not like A, the only option that I have is to move to the opposite of A. The mind does not have the option to move beyond A. So sitting here, it starts feeling suffocated. It jumps to this place. Here again it feels equally suffocated. It again jumps to this and this and this and this and this and this is what we call as life. The option to sublimate, to rise beyond both A and B, somehow does not come to the mind. It is possible, but it does not come so easily. Whenever you are feeling an urge to go towards something, see what is the present condition. For example, you are feeling like getting a high from liquor. Ask yourself, how am I right now? Don't just jump into the event. Don't just jump into the future. I will drink the liquor and I'll feel high. Ask yourself, how is it right now? And you'll get the answer. It is impossible to be addicted to alcohol without being addicted to misery. Even if for a while you can see what it means to place your peace out of yourself, then in that moment you just lose the energy to be addicted. Addiction requires a lot of energy, you know that, right? You have to do this, you have to do that, and then chase things, and then force yourself to be addicted. Huh? You have to arrange that entire gathering. You just don't start drinking. Drinking is not like breathing. Drinking requires arrangements. Even the cigarette pack at least requires to be bought. It's not like breathing. Even thought requires energy. When you will see what all these addictions, be it alcohol, be it a person, be it a thought, are doing to you, then the energy to pursue those addictions will simply drop. When you will see what is the state of mind in which you chase something, then the desire to chase vanishes. Active desire condenses into a very passive peace. Superficial turbulence subsides, and what you are left with is depth. A simple advice: instead of chasing a medicine, pay attention to the disease.